Practical faith. How are you guys doing today? Guys, it's a blessed day. It's an amazing day. We are going to shine our light for Jesus Christ because it's all about the good news of Jesus Christ, the good news that gets us saved and reconciled back to God. Guys, I'm in Genesis 26. Now I'm going to read a few more verses than what I normally do read. But I want to start at Genesis 26 verse 2. The Lord appeared to Isaac and said, "Do not go down to Egypt and live in the land where I tell you to live. Stay in the land for a while, and I will be with you and bless you. For to you and your descendants I will give all this land, and will confirm the oath I swore to your father Abram. I will make your descendants as numerous as the stars in the sky, and will give them all this land. And through your offspring, all the nations on earth will be blessed, because Abram obeyed me and everything I required of him, keeping my commands and decrees and instructions." So Isaac stayed in Gerar. And this is the promise of the Lord. The exact same promise he gives Abram, he gives to Isaac, right? So he tells him, so now we know, he's like, the Lord himself spoke to Isaac. And we're going to read a bit further. Actually, I think let's just go read a bit further first. Now, if you go read verse 7. When the men of the place asked him about his wife, he said, "She is my sister," because he was afraid to say, "She is my wife." He thought the men of this place might kill me on account of Rebekah, because she is beautiful. Guys, isn't it like deja vu? Where have we seen this play out already? I mean, this is not the first time we read of it in the Bible. Where did we read of it before? A few chapters back. Abram did exactly the same thing. God promises him, "I'm going to give you all of this, and your descendants will be large. I will make you'll have numerous descendants, like the sands of the seashore. That's how much descendants you'll have." And then they get there. And because he believes his wife is so beautiful that his life is under threat. Guys, when God gives us a promise, why are we doubting him? Why do we still get scared? Why do we have this fear of the earthly when God has already promised us the greater things of life? I mean, how many times do you know in your heart when God puts that peace in your heart, says, yes, you are going through a difficult time, but I will pull you through. Romans 8:28, all things will work out for the good for those who love him. Why don't we take that one promise? There are so many promises. Why don't we take it? Because God just didn't say it for them, for the guys in the biblical times. He says it for us now as well. I mean, I don't understand why Isaac would do exactly the same mistake as his father. Why would we do it? Guys, you know what? The mistakes we make today, if we don't rectify it, we're allowed to make mistakes. And when we make mistakes, we must rectify it. Why? Because the next generation, our children, our sons and daughters, the people around us, our friends, our colleagues, the people who we spend a lot of time with, if they see that we do mistakes and we don't rectify it, they will think, oh, but that's just normal. Then they will continue to do it. Just like monkey see, monkey do. We see this here. We see this just a few chapters back, the exact same thing happened. And what gets me is, but God told him you will be fine. God told him you are blessed. God told him you are safe and you are protected. And yet he goes and lies. I'm struggling to pick this up. Guys, I'm struggling. Guys, we don't have to lie. Tell the truth, because God, if he's told them, you know what, she is my wife, nothing would have happened to her. Why? Because God's protection was already on them. She tells the truth and God will protect you. God will look after you. I just want to end off with this verse here. In verse 8. When Isaac had been there for a long time, Abimelech, king of the Philistines, looked down from the window and saw Isaac caressing his wife Rebekah. So Abimelech summoned Isaac and said, "She is really your wife. Why did you say she is my sister?" Isaac answered him, because I thought I might lose my life on account of her. Then Abimelech said, what is this that you have done to us? One of the men might have well slept with your wife, and you would have brought guilt upon us. So Abimelech gave orders to all peoples, anyone who harms this man or his wife shall surely be put to death. Notice, the people who don't even believe in God, they've got morals, they've got values that they stick up to. They don't want guilt on their hands. They know that another man's wife you're not allowed to touch another man's wife, and vice versa. These guys stood up and did the right things, and they weren't even children of God. Why did Isaac make the same mistake? Guys, if there's mistakes you see your parents made, or there's mistakes that you've done, why go repeat it again? Why not learn from what they've done, or why not learn from your past mistakes and do it differently? You not own up, admit, I made a mistake, and then try and fix it. With the power of the Holy Spirit, with the power of prayer, through what the Word says. Guys, it's all right, we will make mistakes, but we don't have to lie about it. Let's own up to it and see how the Lord will fix it and change it and bless us because we are doing the right thing. Blessings, guys.